सहनौ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचम् स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः पुत्रदारगृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतिर्जन संसदि अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम् तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा। एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् यत् अतः अन्यथा अज्ञानम्. This is knowledge. So Bhagavan gives some 20 values in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Values are those that make me valuable. But in fact, I am the most valuable thing. So as I am most valuable. Not following the value, I make me valueless. So again, following the value will make me own up the value that I am. I am not I have, I am. So, Amanitvam, Adambhitvam, we have seen this too. Amanitvam, mana is pride. Amanitvam, so not too much of self-worshipfulness. I may want to get some pride, for which I deserve. But then it is not necessary that I demand pride, I demand respect from others, that they should respect me or they should worship me. Adambhitvam, I pretend and I display the qualities that I do not have. And again I want to be respected for those things which I do not have. That is Adambhitvam, absence of that is Adambhitvam. Third value is Ahimsa, non-violence. Ahimsa, this word comes from the Sanskrit root him, that is to injure or to hurt or to cause harm to somebody, that is himsa dhatu. Ahimsa means non-injury or non-harmfulness. Now this reflects a basic desire of every living being, that he or it doesn't want to be hurt or made harm to. One wants to live. and live happily. So not that it is hurt and it lives, but it continues to live even if it is hurt. But he doesn't like, or she or each doesn't like to be hurt and to live. So one wants to live and live in a way where it is not hurt or it is not cause harm to. This himsa, again, in a way it is natural. In a way, nobody wants to be hurt. And still everybody hurts somebody else. Huh? What do you think it is? I don't want to be hurt. If you do some harm to me, I don't like that. But I do harm you. I do hurt you. And that hurt can be at 3 levels. Kayena, Vacha and Manasa. So by body I can just erase something and throw it to you, or use a sword and cut somebody's head. That is Kayena. By the body I do harm. Vacha is by words. I need not know anything. Just I said, of the blind are blind. Who said this, you know? Mahabharata was based only on those words of Draupadi. In that Rajasuya Yajna done by Yudhishthira, Maya Danava had prepared some Sabha Mandapa hall. It was made in such a way where there is this place or floor, you see it is water. Where there is water, then you see it is just floor, simple floor. Duryodhan, poor fellow. So where there was a floor, he thought it is water. So he was careful and cautious about not wetting his clothes. And where there was water, he thought it is floor. So he started walking like just nothing. And he fell down. He was all wet. Draupadi laughed at this. And she said, of blind are blind. Dhritarashtra is blind. His sons are also blind. That is what she said. Andalana, Andalashvai. And these were the words which excited this Duryodhana. So one of the reasons or main reason for Mahabharata is these words. So Vacha. And so many times Vagbana are much more stronger than our hurting by the hands or Kaya. It is known as Vagbana. So arrow in form of speech. And Manasa, of course. So we in our Samskruti are so careful. Otherwise in court of laws and things, whatever you keep thinking doesn't work. So it is not noticed. But when here in our Samskruti, even in mind you entertain thoughts, some harmful thoughts about some other person. First is that person comes to know somehow or the other. If somebody is entertaining some harmful thoughts for us, somehow we smell that, we feel that, we don't like it. One thing is that itself comes as Vagbana by Himsa in terms of words or Himsa in terms of body. First it is entertained in the mind, then it comes in a grosser form. Another thing that creates samskara in me. The other person doesn't know that I am going to harm him or hurt him. But my heart, I always keep on thinking of some harmful thoughts that is more injurious to me, in fact. So Manasa. Now let us say, I like to do this, I keep doing it. Why should I not hurt anybody else? Why? Because I don't want to be hurt. As simple as that. Common sense ethics. So we think Shastras or scriptures are giving us this vidhis and nishitas, do's and don'ts. They are controlling us. You cannot do this. You have to do this. It is not. Suppose scriptures do not say, do I like to be hurt? The other person doesn't hurt me because he is told by the scriptures that you shouldn't hurt. Suppose. So he does it because he is told by the scriptures that he doesn't harm me. Do I like to be harmed or hurt by somebody when I do not know anything about the scriptures? I do not know scriptures. I do not want to be hurt. So not the scriptures control us. It is our basic desire or basic need, struggle for existence. Now Darwin said this. So there is a struggle for any living being wants to exist. So there is a struggle for existence, and then survival of the fittest. So whoever is the fittest creature, that survives. So nobody wants to be hurt. I also do not want to be hurt. So it makes me think that I shouldn't hurt somebody else because I don't want to be hurt. I cannot or I should not harm anybody else. So Ahimsa is a common sense dharma or common sense ethic that is confirmed by the Vedas. So not because Vedas say therefore we follow those things. This is what we generally like. This is our basic need or desire, and Shastras or scriptures confirm to our desire or basic need. Well, but it is subject to interpretation. So what is called Himsa and what is not called Himsa, that again is a matter of interpretation. Sometimes somebody says something to us, he's full. Suppose somebody says, he's stupid. He doesn't know anything. We may feel bad about it. And that person doesn't realize that we have felt bad. What is wrong in that? He keeps on eating. Somebody says, he always likes to eat. He always keeps eating. And sweet he sees, just he plunges, indulges and eats sweets. I may feel bad. Somebody else, he says it is congratulations. I like to eat sweets. So whether somebody says he keeps on eating sweets, is it a hurt? It's a congratulation. It's a matter of interpretation. Somebody may think it is very good. Yes, I can eat. Others says, I'm not coming to your place and eating sweets. My mother's place I eat. What goes of you? So, it is a matter of interpretation, what is called harm or hurt and what is not. Now, very first thing that comes in our mind when we talk of Ahimsa is vegetarianism. So, to be vegetarian, is it Himsa or not? Or to eat meat, is there something wrong in that or not? By the way, one message has come where that hen hatches egg, no? It's in test tube. So there is no hen. And I think just a tissue culture we do. Tissue culture, do you know? Some tissue is taken, it is kept in a test tube or some culture, and that germinates and that grows as a full plant. So also I think there is some chemical mixture, something is made, it is in some beaker or something, flask or beaker or some, and it is kept incubated for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Did you see that?
The one I saw was the eggs are hatched without hands. Some people say that eggs are vegetarian, you can eat. And, in that video it is shown that there is a life in egg, and it is by some process it is kept in a machine, and after 21 days that person comes out of
the fertilized must have been kept. Otherwise, how does it happen? So it was not egg, I think I will see again. But it is some chemical, and she is right. So people say it's vegetarian to eat egg. But it is not, there is life. So it means from egg, so the question must have been whether the egg has life or not, but from the egg life comes. means it is life form. So should it not be clear? Why should there be a doubt whether egg is vegetarian or not? No? Life comes from that, but it's life. Because from the wall or from brick, it doesn't come. So it is life. This stone very good it is. Throbbing, then 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and it comes. So, can we eat plants or can we eat these animals? Then why do we eat plants? That also is himsa. We shouldn't eat plants also. Then what shall we do? Then himsa will be done of us. Atmahatya it will become. If I do not eat something or the other. So they say, Jivo jivasya bhojanam or jivanam, every jiva depends on something else to survive. So it has to eat something. And it cannot eat these rocks and pebbles and things like that. So it has to eat some life form, it means life form. So we think we do not eat, but we are also depending on life forms for us to survive. Means we do himsa to some extent. But anyway, our Pujya Swamiji says, when I go to catch a hen and cut it, it likes to run away. When cabbage, I want to go and pluck, it doesn't run away. So maybe we can eat that. I don't think it's a very justifiable argument. But what else? Had it a way to run, it would have run. Cabbage also. Had it a way to run, it would have run. Nothing but nothing. Even when a bird, when a flower, when you pluck, I don't think it likes to be plucked. Life from any child, it's a child of the plant. It doesn't want to separate from the mother plant. Naturally. But then anyway, we have to eat something. And so, rather than eating some eggs or animals, it is lesser himsa. So, has 6 meanings in it. Necessarily doesn't always say that ahimsa. That necessarily doesn't always say absence of thing. Ahimsa means alpahimsa. You cannot avoid himsa altogether. So let it be alpahimsa. As best as possible, I do minimum himsa in whatever I do. And every creature has its food pre-programmed. And a cat also eats rat. She doesn't have a choice. She or he doesn't have a choice. This is programmed that it has to eat rat. Whatever rat eats, whatever cow eats, whatever animal, so lion eats, tiger eats. That is what is its food. So our food, let us say, is these vegetables. So we eat it. But what we can do is minimum himsa. So whatever minimum required for our body to be sustained is, that is what we can eat. Minimum. Whatever over and above the requirement of the stomach or the body weight, that is of course himsa. For taste we eat. For just company we eat. So many times giving a company, we eat something. With friends we eat something. Or we eat something because it's very good, very tasty, delicious, so we eat. Then that should be considered as himsa. Whatever is minimum required for my body to be sustained, that will be a part of food. And that is justifiable, that much I can eat. Now, several arguments are made to support the position that vegetarianism is a better diet than meat eating. One thing is also there that our dental structure and our stomach also, digestive system, that is more suitable to vegetarian food. Do you think these are made for cutting those animals? With our teeth we cannot. Those animals can. They don't need our help to cut the animal and give them. We need somebody's help. We cannot cut with our body, at least weapons we need. So our system also is not made or conducive for these animals and other things. So let us have a value for Ahimsa. And as we said, all creatures seek to live harm-free. Every creature wants to live and live happily and not hurt by other creature. That's what every creature wants. I also want, and so I cannot justify my doing himsa to other creatures. Since I have been given a free will to exercise in choosing the food which I eat in sustaining my life, Om, please come here. Can you sit here? You want a chair?
Maybe I'm sitting.
So we are talking of ahimsa as a value. So I have to eat something. We should find some norms to guide me in choosing that food. What should I choose as my food? The gift of free will carries with it a responsibility. I have free will. And that gives me a responsibility as well. Where to use the free will and where not to use the free will. I can eat anything. But then, our Vedas come to our help. Himsam na kuryat. So we shouldn't do harm or we shouldn't hurt someone or some creature. Himsam na kuryat. So, my common sense tells me that I should not make somebody my dinner since I do not want somebody to make me his or her dinner. So I cannot make him or eat my dinner as best as possible. That will depend upon my judgment what somebody should mean. As we said, it is necessary that we should eat something for us to live or survive. And so some plants and whatever minimum things we can. People do not even drink milk. Milk is known as animal product. So I am told in that Canada and other countries, pure vegetarian people do not take any dairy product. Milk and butter and nothing.
They are called vegan.
Vegan. That,
Bread, milk products.
no. But the reason for that is mainly, I am told, because they suck the milk from the animals with machines, and with milk blood comes out. That is where it becomes himsa. Otherwise milk, the mother's milk, if the child takes, then that also will be himsa.
But it is, my brother is on this incident. So he said that the people give some medicines to promote vomiting.
Haan.
That is why the people believe that we should not.
That will be himsa.
That creature has suffered a lot. So we should not.
So in natural course, there is nothing wrong in taking milk.
But we do not know that by the milk.
How does it come?
How did it?
Whether is it in India also a practice?
Yes.
There's a group of people which promote this. Like આ practice sucking practice થાય છે કે એની મશીનથી એ નથી ખબર પણ veganity is being promoted.
Ha. For sucking, whether is it a practice in Gujarat? I never heard. People maybe they not be aware of these things.
Maybe even some farmers will not allow them.
Calf to drink milk. Ha. That also is right that the calf is not allowed to drink milk because we can get more milk. But necessarily, this is not necessarily to be done because that is excess milk. And so calf drinks to his or her satisfaction. And then excess of milk, partha vatsa sudhir bhokta. That's how it is. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Sarvopanishado gavaha dogdha gopala nandanaha partha vatsaha sudhihi bhokta. So all the Upanishads are cows. Sarvopanishadaha gavaha dogdha gopala nandanaha. Gopal Nandan Shri Krishna. He milks the cow of Upanishads. Milkman, he milks the cow. But cow gives milk only when the calf is there, otherwise she will not give. So the calf has to be kept here in her presence. When calf is there, then she starts milking. So Partha, Arjuna is Vatsa, Arjuna is calf. He is there and he is directly given Upadesha. So he drinks as much as he can. Sudhihi bhoktaha, but then rest of the milk is for the other intelligent persons. Partha vatsaha, sudhir bhokta, dogdha gopalanandanha. Dugdham Gitamrutam mahata. What is the milk? Gitamrutam is the milk. So we are Sudhihi bhoktaha and Partha was the vatsa, like that. So she has excess of milk. Many liters of milk cows give. Liters, so much. So anyway, milk product also people don't take. It is brought up or it is atmosphere in whatever. You can't eat, then you can't eat. If you are not told you cannot eat, so we think we can eat. That's how it is. We never know that milk also we cannot take, so we take. Now plant food, the rational ethical choice for human diet. Other thing also is that now phalapakantaha oshadayaha, most of the cereal plants they die in 1 year. Even if you do not take out the things, it will die. So our paddy and wheat and barley, everything, just 1 year. Phalapakantaha oshadayaha, they give their fruit, their grains, and they die. So even otherwise they are going to die. Thing will be wasted. So we are taking out. So there are sadhus, say uncha vritti. Vritti means the way they live their life or sustain their life. So some of them, they when the crop is cut from the field, from there they go to shops. In between whatever is fallen down, they pluck it, they take it, and then they eat food from that. So minimum himsa they want to do. People do that. Another thing, plants also, fruits also, they are going to fall down. So we take it. Our Nandini Ben Varnikar, they have a lemon plant, lemon tree. She says we never pluck. Whatever falls down, then we take. So this is how we can minimize himsa. It is going to fall down and it is going to be wasted and then just useless. So we can take that, but minimum himsa we can try to do. That's how it is. So many plants seem to design to be giving the produce as food or other life forms without surrendering their own. And they don't have to die. They don't have to die. They grow fruits and then plants or trees are growing. And also that in a year they are going to die. So that is okay. Now how do we follow ahimsa? It requires alertness on my part and sensitivity on my part. If somebody does something to me, I am alert. How bad I feel. Just somebody touches me. So I'm sitting here and just people never lie. They are not very sensitive about things. They sit in a way that they can touch you, they do anything. And we never want somebody to touch us. So sitting on a chair or in a bus or in train or something when we are sitting. So let us be sensitive. Even when I am here, somebody would come and then would see something here and then take out something from there. So we don't realize this, everything moves. We never want that to be done to us. So let us be sensitive. If I just walk, I just tap on something, what will happen to the place when I am doing this? People like this, they walk, they open the door, they close the door. In such a way it is to be thrown or it is just to be destructed today itself, we do not know. Somebody sleeping. So in our place, if my mother or anybody for that matter, even you if come here and sleeping here, whatever we do, you never will come to know something is happening home. Somebody comes, we open the door, we close the door, nobody knows that something has happened. And some people come just from there itself, from the gate itself, khacha khach. So much noise they make and just hit the things. It's a habit. Maharaj Sri Swami Akhandanandaji Maharaj, somebody comes to him like this. He says, first you go and beg pardon from the door. I hate you. Shoes also. They come and shoes they throw. One goes to this place, one goes to this. So sensitivity is the very first thing from Ahimsa. I am sensitive to anything, any thought. See, we have to be sensitive for what we think. That is the final thing we want. For that we begin with words. Even for that we begin with our hands and body. So whatever I do with my body, I am sensitive. I can lift my hand only if I want. Otherwise just I am talking here and this keeps on doing like this. It is not necessary, I do not do it. So moving the leg and sitting, something, people keep on doing things. Just cutting the leaves. Just walking on the way and then they pluck the leaf. They pluck the flower, they smell and then throw and again walk. Again pluck another flower, they smell and just throw. This is unnecessary himsa. And we are not sensitive, we do not know we are doing this thing. Then if somebody says, why do you do what? You plucked? Did I? They do not even know that they plucked the flower, they smelled it and they threw it and they crushed it. And again they do it. So we are not sensitive. So let us be sensitive for what we do. In fact, these are the values for me to know myself, which is all full and complete, which they call as Atma, and it is most sensitive. In me, this is all, next is coming Shanti, accommodation. So I accommodate. Whatever is there, however is there, it's all fine to me. I may resist. I may not like that. Somebody hurts me, I do not like it. Fine. Should I hurt back? This also is Ahimsa. In that value we have to discuss this. Gandhiji would say, if somebody gives a slap on this one, you give this one. That is not what Lord Krishna says. Tit for tat is... Anyway, we don't like to say Krishna is this policy. Tit for tat. If somebody hits you, you hit him. But that was what was demanded. Ashwathama was to die this way. Drona was to die. This was the destination. And Karna, how to die? How will it die? How will Karna die? So all that was destined, and accordingly Bhagavan as karma phaladata created situations for them to die. This was destined. As we would say, our Ramji Bhai, one of our sadhakas, he was serving and he was in post somewhere. He used to come to the classes morning and evening. Up to, I think, 60 years he served. He was staying in Ahmedabad. Then he went to Mehsana. His brothers say staying somewhere near Mehsana, some villages. He built a house, bungalow. It's a very good bungalow as we saw yesterday. For 1.5 years he built it. Then he had a heart attack. He was admitted in our Apex. He was bypass surgery was done on him. He went back. Next day he died. He built that home for what? For him to go and die. Is it not? Only for that. Why did he do that? It was destined. What else? So many things like that, they happen and we do not know. So before it happens, we have to be careful. Once it happens, it is destined. So if we are going to harm somebody, we are sensitive and alert. Sensitivity means I feel that this something is not very good or good that I should do. Alertness is I know it is not good and I do not want to do, still I find myself doing it. That is because of lack of alertness. I know I shouldn't use wrong words. I know I shouldn't hit somebody. I know I shouldn't entertain bad thoughts or harmful thoughts about somebody. But still I find myself doing it. In my mind also, in words also, and then in my hands also it comes. So alertness, let us say it starts with hands. Even if it comes in the mind and words, by hands I will not hit the person. So damaha, indriya nigraha. Shamaha is mano nigraha. But mano nigraha is not very easy. I start with indriya nigraha. Nigraha means to control, restrain. I feel like hitting and I stop. I will not do it. So I hold my hands back. I will not hit somebody. That is indriya nigraha. In fact, I shouldn't have bad thoughts about the person, but I have it in my mind. So I start with hands, then I go to words. I will not use bad words. Still I am entertaining thoughts. Ultimately, I will stop entertaining thoughts. That can happen better by replacing the thoughts with good ideas. I wish good of the person whom I want to hurt. Anyway, his Bhagwan's, yesterday I saw something, one message from somebody that the husband and wife separated, and then the person was naturally angry. Both must have been having reasons for others to be blamed. So the man says, in his office every month he had to change password. So I kept my password. I forgive her. And all the time I had to write that password. I forgive her. I forgive her. I forgive. I kept on doing for the whole month. And really I found I forgive her. The next month also I had to change my password. Then something else he did. And that also helped me. So that is positive thinking replacing the negative thinking. So sometimes we want to get rid of bad habits. It's not easy. I think I will not do this. Again, I keep on thinking that only. But then I replace my thoughts with some better thoughts, good thoughts, positive thoughts. And I don't give chance or time for other things to come in my mind. And that is how I can fill up my mind with good thoughts. And that can help me get rid of harmful thoughts for the other person. That also is a way. But sensitivity and alertness are the things which can help me get rid of Ahimsa. So I can abide in Ahimsa. Okay. Now some discussion, if you want, we can have.
आपने बोला कि you have to be more sensitive about all the things, and how can we do Indriya Nigraha after that? And if we do Indriya Nigraha, then after we can do Mano Nigraha. That's right? That's right. But how can we, after Mano Nigraha, how can we produce a good thought or positive thoughts? We can stop the negative thoughts. Okay. We just concentrate.
Do you think you can?
Huh?
Do you think you can stop negative thoughts?
In some extent, I think so.
Not easy.
Not easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we?
Well, how do we start?
Yes.
It's a vicious circle. So first if you do Mano Nigraha, that helps you doing Indriya Nigraha. But if you have Indriya Nigraha, that helps you do Mano Nigraha. Both we start, both the ways, wherever we can do, we have to do both. So we start with, easier would be, so I stop. I will not let my hand go out and do something wrong. I stop my speech and I don't want it to speak out. But in my mind it is very difficult to control the thoughts, it will keep coming. And suppose I think I will not think of a monkey, monkey itself will be sitting in the mind. Monkey, I do not want to think of monkey, I do not want to think of monkey, and monkey alone I am keeping thinking. So to get rid of thoughts, it's very difficult. So we start doing this. First thing is Indriya Nigraha from outside. Another thing is planting good thoughts in the mind. Suppose, as we said, that a person was taking alcohol. Once he was admitted in some hospital, he had a heart attack, and doctor said no more alcohol. So that will be death now, you cannot touch it. Hospital was some mission hospital. Every day they had some Ramcharitmanas chanting. That person enjoyed that. He kept on doing. He came home after this, everything was over, treatment. Every evening 4 o'clock he opened his Ramcharitmanas and started doing chanting of Ramcharitmanas. His friends who were accompanying him with alcohol, they came at 4 o'clock. They waited for some time, they went back. Next day, third day, fourth day, for a week they came, and then they found he will no more take alcohol. They went away. And those people who had interest in Ramcharitmanas, they started coming. So he didn't have to think of whether I should drink alcohol or not. He kept himself busy with something better, and that alcohol went away. That is much more easier. I will not go for watching a movie. I will not go to the Hatha. I will go to satsang this day, this time. And I will not miss it. You start coming here or whatever satsang or whatever better thing you find out, you will not know whether you have forgotten that, and where did that go, you will not even know. So that is practically more easy. But if you are so strong, well, one can do it. But both things have to be done. Mano Nigraha, that is Shamaha, and Indriya Nigraha, that is Damaha. So how can my hand can decide what it wants to do? I am writing a letter. My hand will decide what it should write? Or will I decide? Does the pen decide what to be written? It is me who has to decide. See, what we say is, I am the karta, the doer. Pen is my instrument, karanam, tritiya vibhakti. Are you exposed to Sanskrit something? No, Sanskrit. Vibhaktis you do not know. Vibhaktis we know. Thoda parichay karo vibhaktiyo no? Vah. Good. So third is instrumental. Instrument is karanam. So I eat Ramah. પછી તમને લોકોને મોડું થશે 10-15 મિનિટ ચાલશે. It will be okay. Ramah dadati yachati. Ramah yachati. Rama gives. So gives is a verb. You add the verb, who gives? What you get is karta or subject. Rama gives. Rama is karta or subject. In Vibhakti, Vyakaran, it is for any language. Ramaha phalam yachati. Rama gives a fruit. You ask the verb, what does he give? Shu ape છે? That phalam, that will be karma or object. That is dvitiya vibhakti. Ramaha hastena phalam yachati. Rama gives a fruit with his hand. Hand is an instrument, karanam, that is placed in tritiya vibhakti. Ramaha hastena phalam brahmanaya yachati. Rama gives a fruit with his hand to a Brahmin. Chaturthi is sampradanam. Then Ramaha brahmanaya phalam hastena gruhat yachati. from whom? That is Panchami Apadanam. So to the verb you ask, who gives? Ramaha Karta Prathama Vibhakti. What does he give? Phalam, fruit. Vidya, that is karma, Vidya Vibhakti. With what does he give? If you ask that to verb, Ramaha, what does he give? Phalam. With what does he give? With hand, that is Tritiya Vibhakti Karanam. To whom does he give? If you ask the verb, Brahmanaya, that Brahmana is placed in fourth Vibhakti Sampradanam. From where does he give? You ask the verb, he gives from his home, that is Apadanam Panchami Vibhakti. This whole thing is happening where? Ramaha Hastena Brahmanaya Phalam Gruhat Ayodhyayam Yachati. Where? That is place Adhikaranam Adhikaranarte Saptami Vibhakti. These are Vibhaktis. Now, I am writing a letter with my pen. So, I am writing, that is, am writing is a verb. Who is writing? I. I is what? Karta. And the subject. And with what do I write? Kalam, pen. The pen is Karanam, instrument. Right? Then, I am the Karta, pen is the instrument. Who is supposed to be independent? Controlling the other. Is that right? Yes. So Karta should decide what should be written. Karta is Swatantra, his Prathama Vibhakti, Karanam, instrument, Tritiya Vibhakti. I write with the pen. I see with my eyes. I see with my eyes. I see. Who is Karta? I. And eyes is what? Eyes are instrument. Karanam. Karanam. Who is supposed to be Swatantra?
I.
Can eyes see what they want to see?
Pardon?
Can eyes see what they want to see?
No.
They are Karanam. Does it always happen?
No. That is the problem.
Ha.
Mithya Jnana.
Mithya is something else. We'll go to that. But just simple physical seeing. Do eyes see what I want them to see? No.
Not every time.
Not every time. Yes. So, they no more remain instrument. They start controlling me. I, the Karta. So now I should know the status. I am Karta. Eyes are instruments. So I have to train eyes not to see what they want to see. They should see what I want them to see. I can do that. First, I know this is the position. Now, I should, and I can see anything. Not that I shouldn't see or I should see. Only thing is this, I should take permission from me. Can I go and see that? Yes, you go and see. Let them go, see and come back. Every time, let us make note of this. What do I see? Let it come and ask me. Let it go and report me. Yes, I saw this. Should you see this? Was it good? No, it was not very good. Then, do you think you should go and see it? No, don't go. Again, next time it will go. Next time also we'll say. Any number of times we'll keep on explaining. Really, it is mind that wants to go and see, not the eyes. Eyes are only spectacles. Eyes are only spectacles. These glasses don't have any independence. It just lets the data or rays come in. And then inside they are try to be understood. What is coming? What is the data? What is wavelength? Then what is the range of the color? And then the mind says, oh, it was like this, so it is this. So I see through eyes. So does it ever happen that I am sitting here, my eyes are open, there is light, you are sitting in front of me, and still I don't see you? Does it ever happen?
Probably it happens for you. I'm not sure about that, but probably it happens.
Your pen is lying here, and your eyes are open, you are busy talking to somebody, you want to sign a letter, you are trying to find the pen. Where is my pen? Where is my pen? It is right here. Does it ever happen that you don't see the pen? Eyes are there. Light is there. You want to see, and still you don't see. What should be the reason for that?
Your mind is not there.
So, I see with my eyes, with my mind. Right? So, I see a pen with my eyes, with my mind. I see is a verb, seeing is a verb. Who is seeing? I is karta, and then EYES, eyes are, what are they? Instrument. And mind?
Mind is also karta.
Mind is also karta. What is it? Ruler. Ruler is karta. Ruler is karta. So now what did his eye say again? I see a pen with my eyes, with mind. Does the mind see, or do I see with mind?
By mind you see the pen.
So whatever you, Bit of mic, you should use that thing.
Mind is also an instrument.
What is mind? Is mind the ruler?
Sometimes it is a ruler and sometimes it is a slave.
So sometimes the pen decides what should be written. Sometimes I decide.
No, I'm sorry. It's not that.
Can instrument ever become the karta?
Never.
Then can the mind become the ruler? Theoretically.
No.
In Siddhanta, should it ever happen that mind becomes the ruler? It happens, that is practice. Should it happen?
No.
Can I let my mind to decide what I should do? Can I let my eyes decide what I should see?
No.
Can I let my mind decide what I should think?
No.
I decide what my mind should be.
Yes, I should. Whether I do or not, that's a different thing. But I should decide what the mind should do. I am karta. I am the ruler. Swatantra karta in Panini. Karta is always swatantra. All the other karakas, they are called list. They are dependent on me. I will decide what should I give to Brahmana. Whether phalam or pushpam or pustakam, anything. What should I give? I will decide. With what should I give? With the hand or with, I can just throw and give. I can give anyway. I will decide. Should it be given to Brahmana or some beggar? I will decide. Should I give from my home or from your home? I will decide. Should I give in Ayodhya or I should go to Janakapuri and give? I will decide. So in Siddhanta, it is me who is supposed to decide. Now I have to, this is Atma Jnanam, self-knowledge. Let me know what I am. This is what I am. I am distributed or divided in all these things. I have to gather myself back. The mind, our Puja Swamiji says, a dog has a tail. When the master comes, dog comes from the home. He comes from outside master. and wags the tail. That is what a dog is, a wags the tail. Now suppose the tail stands and wags the dog. Tail stands and wags the dog. How would it be? That dog can't afford to have a tail. The tail starts wagging the dog. કોતરો પૂંછડી પટપટાવે સારું લાગે. પૂંછડી ઉભી રહીને પેલા કોતરાને આમ હલાવે તો. That is what my mind is doing. Mind rules. And I dance accordingly to mind, whatever it wants me to do. अब मैं नाच्यो बहुत गोपाल, काम क्रोध का पहन अंग रखा, कंठ विषय रसमाल. अब मैं नाच्यो बहुत गोपाल. So who made me dance? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, that is mine. So mind made me dance for the whole of my life, not only one life, from life beginningless. I keep on dancing. Now no more I want to dance. So ultimately what we come is, mind should not or is not supposed to control me or direct me or rule me. But at present I find that mind is ruling me. This will be real independence. Real independence. Our youth now, these days, they want to be independent. Will do whatever we want to do. Do you think they are controlling themselves? They are controlled by the mind, their vasanas. And they never realize. If they fight with everybody and everything, we are independent. We'll do whatever we want to do. No, they are ruining themselves. They are ruining. So let us know. Shamaha, manonigraha, that is the word to begin with. Ultimately, let us know, I am karta. And so mind has to obey to what I want it to do. It cannot rule me. Today I must eat bhajia. I want bhajia. Nothing doing, I want bhajia. So what will be the, suppose I have a dog, I have a parrot. What will be my own dog that I always tie with the rope? That will be the dog, pet. Or I leave him, let it go wherever he wants to go. It goes and come back. Let the mind go wherever it wants to go. When I want it to go, it will go. I say, now come on, we are now going to read for the exam, it will come back. That will be the thing. So, Susharati Rashvani Vajan Manushya, Shiva Sankalpa Sukta is this verse. Susharati Rashvani Vajan Manushya Neniyate Vishubhir Vajina Iva. Good charioteer. He trains his horses in both the ways. Where he wants them to run, they have to run. When he wants them to stop, they will stop. So to also my mind, if I want the mind to think in a way, it will think. I want to think it in another way, it will do that. I stop it doing that, it will do that. But by training, not by the dictatorship. Don't go. It will wait for the opportunity. When I am not alert, it will go. So we want to make friends with the mind, Shamaha. And Damaha also we want to make friends with our body. When we say come up, it will come. Lift, it will lift. Put down, put down. But it's just people sit in front of us and they on the chair and the leg, all the 1.5 hours for the whole lecture, the leg is doing like this. And nothing happens to them, I think. But to us, we cannot, sitting here, somebody is doing this, somebody is doing this. How do you think you can talk? And we never realize what we are doing. We think it is done by itself. A corner of mind always goes there. And so, in whatever we are doing, we are not wholly concentrated in what we studying or reading or writing, anything we do. Or listening even. This I am listening to you, then I keep writing also, I keep doing something else also, and I am listening also. I am not attentive to that listening. So in schools we were taught, work when you work and play when you play. All those things meant this. Mindfully do whatever you do, concentrate on that. Do it mindfully. When you eat, eat. Then watching the TV also, and talking to somebody else also, and holding the phone also, and you eat also. nothing is done properly. That eating will not nourish the body or the mind. So let us know this is how we control sensitivity and alertness. First thing is let us understand the value of sensitivity and alertness. Then we will like to practice how do we do it. I want to learn something, I want to learn yoga, then I will find out where is the university of yoga and what does it offer to me, what will be the chances from that. First is desire, I want to learn, or I want to get a job, whatever. Then things will come up. So let us have a value for this, that I want to be the master of my personality. That's now the course is personality development and things. It all comes from here. And they put in different words and then take so much of money, making money. That is fine. So this is for Ahimsa. Ahimsa means I'm sensitive. So I feel hungry when, suppose I take food on 11 o'clock. This is 11 and I want food. So let me try. Will you be hungry? Do you want water? I feel like drinking water. Anything. Maybe you also want water. Simply we start with this. Whatever I do to me, I think of the other person in front of me. Let us not go to the whole village and do to everybody. But whatever I am trying to do with me, I feel like resting, maybe you also want rest. I feel like eating, maybe you also want food. I feel like drinking water, maybe you also want that. So, sensitivity and alertness. So I know I should offer to you, but as it comes I start drinking. Then I remember, I forgot to give you. So let us be alert. I am sensitive that I should offer to you, and I first offer and then drink. So sometimes in camps we go, in home just it comes to the plate and we put in mouth. There we chant 15th chapter. All are sitting there. Everything is served. And everything to everybody should be served. And then we complete the 15th chapter and then we do Brahmarpanam, then we start food. Now in home we are used to take whatever comes, just we put in. So as it comes, we start. Wait, 15th chapter is going on. After the food, people want to stand up. Wait. See, Mahatma has not completed the food. We'll wait. And then we stand. Alertness. So sensitivity and alertness. And not only for values. These values are not for obliging somebody or for scriptures. It is to oblige me, a very well disciplined personality. Discipline means that is useful or helpful to me. A personality that always is available to me for whatever it wants to do. I want to do something. My body is available. My words are available. My mind is available. I do the best. In other case, I think that I should do something. Body says, no, I want to lie down. But this speech says, I want to sing a song, film song. And mind says, I'm tired. I don't want to think anything. I cannot do. So, to be together, an integrated personality. For that, we want to be alert and sensitive. Ahimsa is one of those things that makes me sensitive. Not for ahimsa. Every value is for me to be an integrated person. Anything else?
Thank you. We have to first do Indriya Nigraha, then Mano Nigraha, and then Agnan Nivarana through the Sadhan Chatushya you said about Sham and Dam, right?
We'll come to that.
Okay, thank you.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurupyo Namaha. Harihi Om.